City Morning Show.
Muy buenos días, compañeros, compañeras. Es un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Hoy es miércoles y hoy es el 2 de mayo. Un gran gusto darles la bienvenida al Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you and to bid you good morning wherever you may be. We are transmitting live from Nortevision Channel 10 here in Trial Farm, Orange Walk, and right smack across the IT Vet compound on San Lorenzo Road. And we are viewed throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours through the connections, arrangements that we have rather, with the different cable signal providers in the country. And even if you do not have cable, if you opt not to have cable, you can view the Channel 10 absolutely free, because we transmit live on off-the-air channel, which is Channel 10. But if you have to live within the vicinity of Orange Walk, which is a 20-mile radius, good morning, buenos dias. We're also live on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. You very simply need to go to the YouTube page and type in Sugar City Morning Show and the date that you want to watch, because as I mentioned in previous occasions, we have it archived there, so you can watch last week's program today and anytime during the day. Buenos días todos, son exactamente las 7:04. Vamos a continuar nuestro programa con una oración, como siempre lo hacemos aquí, dándole gracias a nuestro Creador por todas las bendiciones que nos da a diario. No creas que es nuestra buena suerte, simplemente son bendiciones que vienen de nuestro Creador. Todo depende en tu fe, compañeros. Todo depende en tu fe, que al final del día te dice la evolución de la fe en realidad, porque que hay alguien que te está cuidando, alguien que te está protegiendo, alguien que te ama intensamente. Te invito a unirte conmigo en esta oración, dándole gracias a nuestro Creador, porque hoy sucedió el milagro de que podemos abrir los ojos y podemos vivir. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Hoy nos das vida, la capacidad de poder caminar, ver, hablar, comer, de capacidad de poder vivir. Gracias, Padre, por esto. Quizás no tengamos la mejor salud, pero mientras que tengamos vida, hay esperanza de algo mejor. Gracias, Padre, por todo esto. Te pido que continúes bendiciéndonos a todos que se unen a esta oración en este momento, y sus familiares, y sus amistades, y a mis compañeros aquí de trabajo también, y sus familiares, y mis familiares también. Padre, gracias por el bienestar que nos das. Te pido, Padre, que continúes bendiciéndonos y que también, nunca olvidándose de aquellas personas que más lo necesitan. Los enfermos, las enfermas en los hospitales, en las cárceles. Aquellas personas que tienen una necesidad fuerte, espiritualmente, emocionalmente, económicamente, físicamente. Padre, ayúdalos, confórtalos, sánalos, cúralos. Yo sé que tú haces todo a tu tiempo y a tu medida, pero también nos dices, pide y recibirás. Padre, te bendecimos, te glorificamos y alabamos tu nombre siempre. Amén. Compañeros, son las 7:07. Quiero decirte que si hoy estás cumpliendo años, te envío los mejores saludos. Hoy es el 2 de mayo. También, si es que estás celebrando aniversarios, que la pases muy bien. También recordándoles de que la siguiente semana estaremos celebrando el Día de las Madres, un día cuando celebramos y honramos a nuestras mamacitas, que son los pilares de nuestra sociedad, que son los que mantienen la sociedad, nuestra familia, fuertes y vigorosos. Y si tuviéramos que pagarles, no encontraríamos la cantidad de dinero para pagarles. Así no pudiéramos pagarles por el gran trabajo que hacen nuestras mamacitas. Así que este mes de mayo, con mucho respeto, celebramos el Día de las Madres y anticipadamente quiero enviarles los mejores saludos a todas las mamacitas aquí, recordándoles que habrá muchos programas celebrando a las mamás aquí en Orange Walk y también por todas las aldeas. Carmelita tendrá uno el 13 de mayo, donde se le invita a todas las mamás a ser parte de un gran programa, el 13 de mayo empezando a las 2 de la tarde hasta las 7 de la noche, con mucho de comer, regalos, entretenimiento, música, bueno, un día muy especial preparada para todas las madrecitas. También quiero reconocer a nuestros patrocinadores, al honorable Gaspar Vega, al señor German Vega, al señor Eduardo Vega del Benque. También quiero reconocer a los señores dueños del Gillett's Meat Shop, Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, Government of Belize Information Service, Telemedia y otras empresas que nos dan fielmente su apoyo enviándonos sus anuncios. Muchas gracias por ese apoyo incondicional. Quiero enviar mis disculpas a las personas que estuvieron tratando de contactarme durante este fin de semana. Mi teléfono estaba inoperable, pero ya está funcionando. Mis disculpas a todos. Compañeros, vamos a una pausa cuando son las 7:10. Estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios comerciales.
A high school basketball showcase took center stage at the first ever event to take place in the historic state-of-the-art Belize City Civic Center. Thanks to the government of Belize, Belizeans now have a massive modern entertainment and convention facility to be utilized by all sectors of society.
I have gone on record to say as well that Teachers' Day this year, which will come in next month of May, will also be here in the Belize Civic Center. All 5,000, almost 6,000 teachers strong will converge here in the Belize Civic Center for a massive event. There is no other place in this country that can hold the kind of numbers that the Belize Civic Center can hold.
Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Buster. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Buster. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Buster. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
A fast and reliable internet connection is crucial to the success of any business. That's why we at Pink Boutique chose DigiNet. Not only is it affordable, but it is service we can depend on to keep our business running 24/7. Plus, our DigiNet business plan allows us to stay ahead of the competition. For only $99, we get a dependable fiber connection at super fast speeds. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about how DigiNet can enhance your business today.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, and Belmopan. Coming soon to Orange Walk.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Did you know that if you're an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. Bienvenidos, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es miércoles, es un gran gusto saludarles. Son exactamente las 7:17 a esta hora. Me imagino que ya están desayunados y que ya están preparándose para ir a la escuela. O ya están quizás en camino a la escuela. Compañeros, Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to say good morning and welcome to Mr. Robert Checky Usher. As always, good morning, Checky.
Good morning, Pa.
And welcome to the show.
Welcome. If you notice, it's a pleasant, beautiful morning, but seems like we have an early call this morning. Let's see what this call is about today. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Hello, good morning. Yeah, if you notice, Morris at Arise for me, I cannot sit down too close to you this morning. He say, if you notice, I know you look by your car, Morris tell me if I look by you and bust out a laugh, but I don't know that what. So I take it easy this morning, but Pa, good morning, and I study Morris, I watch you, so don't worry about nothing. Everything good, everything fine, Labor Day gone, but we are in the month of May. Well, I clean up for the Labor Day, but I work yesterday, rake up the yard, clean up around by the neighbor areas and so. So I did my community effort, my community duty.
Did you clean the neighbor's yard?
No, the people.
But then that's not community
They got a
work.
yard locked. They got a lot of big dog in there. No, they don't like certain color
Then
people.
you did your work,
Yes,
your
I-
responsibility.
Do I leave work? I don't usually do them things. So yesterday, I take the time to like clean up and do my thing and start the month right too, Emmanuel. We're in the month of May, the 5th month of 2018.
El tiempo pasa, compañeros, y ya estamos en el 5º mes del año. Ya estamos en el mes de mayo. De ahora en adelante estamos en lo que es pleno verano, abril y mayo. Y ya en junio empiezan las lluvias, ¿es cierto? Julio también lluvias, pero no es tanto la referencia a las temperaturas y al clima, sino al hecho de que el tiempo vuela.
Yeah, true.
El tiempo vuela. Y ya se anunció, compañeros, ya se anunció la fecha para la encuesta popular, para el referéndum, como queramos decirlo. Y eso es el 10 de abril del próximo año, del siguiente año. Así que April 10th, 2019 has been declared the date for our Belize's referendum, in which we are going to be asked one simple question. If we accept that Guatemala's claim to Belize should be taken to the ICJ for final and definitive settlement. That is the question that is being put to us. Remember, just to put it in perspective, that Guatemala has gone through the process of referendum, and even though they only received less than 25%, I'm not exactly sure of the percentage, but less than 25%, their referendum laws declare it completely valid, and with an overwhelming vote of yes, saying yes, they agree to once and for all settle this problem now that we are in an advanced state.
Yep. So we should expect to start hearing more education on this, because like we know, like right now, a lot of people still there half and on.
I do believe that all of that comes through fear. You put me in a room that is completely dark. It is only natural because I don't know what is in front of me. Yo no sé qué está enfrente de mí, así que obviamente voy a tener miedo. Pero ya luego que si yo ya había estado en esa habitación oscura, pero ya sé maniobrarme, sé que aquí hay una mesa, sé que aquí hay una silla, no voy a tener la cantidad de miedo porque ya sé qué es lo que hay en la habitación. Ya me puedo sentir más cómodo. Pero el miedo viene cuando no sabes. Yo he tenido la oportunidad de poder platicar durante el curso del fin de semana y ayer con varias personas. Y he tenido el efecto deseado de las personas me dicen, gracias por informarme, gracias por explicarlo para mí, porque yo al principio no tenía ni la mínima idea qué está sucediendo con esto de Guatemala y Belice, pero gracias por darme una clara idea de qué es más que una idea, pero así lo dijo, un resumen bastante claro de qué es nuestra situación, y al final del día estoy ya más contento con lo que escuché.
Okay, you see.
This is very important,
you
because
see,
when people are informed, they can make an informed decision.
But you see how you reach out to them people, Emmanuel? That's the same way the campaign need to be based.
Oh yes, I spoke to Ambassador Alexis when he was here in Orange Walk. After the show, we were talking about the approach that is going to be necessary for the educational campaign. And one of the questions that I asked was, how are you going to treat the villages in the, because Orange Walk has a lot of villages, and Corozal has a lot of villages, and a lot, and a 60% of the population lives in rural areas.
That's right. Look
in these communities.
Look on the southern area, how many
as
different
well
communities they have
as
there.
well. So if the Orange Walk district has a total of 50,000, just let's say 50,000 people living within the Orange Walk district, about 40% live in urban areas and about 60% live in rural areas. So how will you get the message across to these rural areas? So I do believe that he told me that they're going to be having meetings, village meetings.
Okay.
And going by what I know is a fact that the people who live in villages, whenever there is a meeting called at the village, they do come out.
Yeah, they come out.
They do come out.
They come out.
And it's not like in town where you actually have to be begging people to come out and to listen. That is not the case with the villages that I know here in Orange Walk. They do come out. So I think that there is going to be a process where they're going to be employing facilitators or bringing in facilitators to hold meetings in the different villages
because
to be able to disseminate information.
It's
to
very
those people.
important. It's very important that we get a very high turnout.
Oh yes.
Participation. You know, because most of them people like deal with national coverage, and national coverage no reach the man in the village, no reach a person on the ground. But I'm glad to know that you say that they do that effort to reach out to their
people. Oh yes,
people.
it was confirmed to me by Ambassador Alexis. I got that he has been appointed as the person to lead from the press release, to lead it. I initially had a little something there, a little question as to how is it that he can be a resident ambassador in Guatemala and still lead the educational campaign. But because you can't be in both places at the same time. But I do believe
that ambassador needs to be there, right?
Exactly so. Okay. So that situation there still has me questioning. But well, he is not going to be doing all the work. He will be leading
the platform.
Exactly. So he will be leading the efforts in the educational campaign, and obviously embracing other people who are well informed about this, so that they in turn can go out into the public and talk to the public about it. Compañeros, estamos hablando acerca de la campaña educacional que debe de empezar entre muy pronto. No sabemos la fecha cuando va a empezar esta campaña, pero, pero lo que sucede es que va a empezar entre muy poco. Ya se anunció de parte del gobierno, ya se anunció la fecha para la encuesta popular. La encuesta popular es simplemente, se refiere a el referéndum en español, ¿ok? Es un proceso cuando cada beliceño tiene la responsabilidad de ir a votar, a las urnas a votar, a contestar una pregunta. Si es que esa persona está dispuesta o acepta llevar el reclamo de Guatemala sobre Belice a la Corte Internacional de Justicia para poder asentar una vez por todas este reclamo. ¿Okay? Ya el proceso de negociación, ya el proceso de facilitación, ya el proceso de diplomacia ya no nos ha dado nada. Ya estamos todavía de vuelta en first base, y ya todos esos esfuerzos que hicieron, en realidad no ha sido fructífero para nada, y ya estamos a un punto cuando pero debemos de buscar formas de cómo asentar este caso, pero no se llevará a la Corte Internacional de Justicia a menos de que la gente le dé esa aprobación al gobierno para llevarlo. Eso es una condición puesta. Guatemala ha votado sí, y los dos países tienen que votar sí para que se lleve a la Corte. Si uno vota no y el otro vota sí, no hace nada.
Y es bueno también, Emmanuel, que la gente llega a los consultas.
Es muy importante.
No espera que otra persona te está diciendo el otro. Sí. You go and hear for yourself.
Es bueno que lo mencionas, pero hay gran diferencia en la encuesta popular que se llevó voy a decirlo de distinta forma. Yo creo que va a haber gran diferencia en la forma que se llevó a cabo la campaña educacional en Guatemala con el que se va a llevar aquí. Vamos a considerar esto. Guatemala son casi 17 millones de personas viviendo ahí. ¿Te imaginas una campaña para poder informar a 17 millones de personas?
Y está grande el país también.
Y está grande el país. Así que no es como si dijeras Belice, que es más pequeño, con aproximadamente 390,000 habitantes. Dense cuenta la diferencia ahí. Compara 17 millones con 390,000. Pues la simple diferencia en números te indica que hay una gran beneficio de nuestra parte para poder llegar a todas las personas viviendo en Belice. Pero también importantemente, compañeros, el beliceño le gusta mantenerse informado. No es como en Guatemala, que hay cierta gente que no se preocupa de informarse.
No me importa de eso.
Les vale, ¿ok? Pero no, aquí el beliceño le gusta escuchar ver sus talk shows, le gusta ser parte de las discusiones, y entonces vas al mercado y escuchas que se están discutiendo los temas, vas a la tienda, se sigue discutiendo las cosas, ves a los vecinos caminar juntos, están discutiendo los temas, así que somos una sociedad más abierta, más informada, y por la naturaleza que es más pequeño, por ninguna otra razón, sino por eso. ¿Ok? Eso es uno de los beneficios de ser más pequeño. Simplemente no estoy diciendo de que somos más inteligentes, ni nada de eso. No, es uno de nos mantenemos más informados simplemente porque somos más pequeños. Y la posibilidad de llevar el mensaje a un grupo de personas, pues se hace mucho más fácil.
Right. Así que todo el mundo puede ver que Belice está haciendo su trabajo, que Belice está en el right track, y la gente está listo para cerrar ese caso con esa cosa con Guatemala.
Exactamente. Pero les quiero decir de que el gobierno de Belice, y digo el gobierno de Belice porque aquí no estamos hablando de partidos, Esto no es un asunto político, esto es un asunto nacional. Aquí todos somos beliceños y queremos defender nuestra patria y queremos ver que Belice continúe siendo un país soberano, independiente, con nuestro territorio intacto. Así que antes de que el gobierno de Belice, cualquiera que sea, en este caso fue el PUP que inició las consultas sobre la ICJ y luego fue continuado por el UDP. Así que vamos a ponerlo en claro desde muy principio. Que sucedió es de que les dijeron, ok, ¿qué es nuestra posibilidad de ganar en la Corte Internacional? Porque eso es correcto. Si tú tienes un problema, lo primero que dices, voy a ir a ver a mi abogado a ver qué dice. Pues se hizo una consulta con los abogados y le dijeron, dime qué es la posibilidad de que Belice gane este caso. Y compañeros, es completamente, ¿qué es la palabra que quiero decir, que quiero utilizar? Pero hemos recibido una respuesta increíblemente importante diciéndonos con las personas que se consultaron, Belice no tiene ningún problema con ir a la Corte Internacional. Así que eso se hizo privadamente, sin embargo, antes de presentarle a la gente, porque no vas a promover yendo a una corte sabiendo de que vas a perder enteramente. Sentido común. Sentido común, ¿ya me entiendes? Si vas a perder, ¿por qué vas a promover ir a la corte? Pero ya sabiendo que nos va a ir y que casi al 100% nos están asegurando de que podemos ir y podemos ganar, entonces es que sucedió que el gobierno decidió promover la idea de ir a la Corte Internacional de Justicia. ¿Ok? Eso fue una consideración. Entonces, ahora Guatemala ya accedió, ya dijo, sí, podemos ir. Y ahora falta que Belice, como país, diga sí o no. No sabemos qué va a suceder. Eso va a ser el 10 de abril del próximo año y tenemos aproximadamente un año durante el tiempo que se va a informar e educar a la gente con la información necesaria para que usted, quien sea, puedas tomar una decisión informada. Y no basado en miedo, sino en una información basada en los hechos como son. Recuérdense que esto es un caso legal. Esto es un caso legal y esto no es un caso de que se va a escuchar por un juez. Al contrario, se va a escuchar por 9 jueces. Y la Corte Internacional de Justicia es esa máxima corte donde se pudiera llevar a cabo por una vez por todas este asunto y resolverlo una vez por todas.
Yeah. Well, that is so good to know, Emmanuel, that the 10th of April 2019 is the date set for Belize to go and vote. And I'm so glad that the way you mentioned about the campaign that will be done, that they will be reaching out to the people instead of the people reaching out to them. You know, and we want to invite persons to go to these hearings when they come in your area. Get that first-hand information for yourself. Not next day you ask somebody about something, and next one tell and one say, but I never hear that. And they say, no, that other person tell you no correct, they never that. They say, you go for yourself and you get informed. I don't know if it will be a forum of questions and answer, but in the days to come we will know that. But whatever it is, we want to invite you all to come out. You have the right to say yes or no. But unless you get educated in the right way, then you will have the opportunity to vote and to make up your mind the way you want to vote. So education is very important, and this is what it's all about. So I want to ask you all to please attend these forums, and you make your own decision. You make your decision on your own. Like Emmanuel said, this is a nationalistic issue. It's not a political thing. It's the government of Belize, but any government that was there, it would have been the same thing.
Exactly.
Right? So on that note, we need to take a break.
Yes, we need to take a break, so we'll be right back with you after these messages. Don't go away.
De caña de azúcar. Es recomendable realizar la cosecha en el momento ideal, cuando la caña de azúcar ya está madura, así va a recuperar la mayor cantidad de azúcar con la mejor calidad. Existen varios métodos para determinar la madurez y calidad de la caña a ser cosechada. Síntomas visuales para determinar la madurez de la caña de azúcar son: las hojas se vuelven amarillas y se secan. Se reduce el número de hojas activas a 5 hojas o a menos. Los entrenudos de la parte superior se acortan. En algunas variedades tempraneras, la floración es un indicador de madurez. Midiendo el Brix del tallo para calcular el índice de madurez, es decir, para asegurar si la caña ya está madura. El Brix del jugo en la caña de azúcar tiende a equilibrarse a lo largo del tallo, una vez que llega a su madurez fisiológica. Con un refractómetro de mano se toma la muestra. El Brix superior se toma en el entrenudo que corresponde a la hoja más 7, y el Brix inferior se toma en el segundo entrenudo sobre la superficie del suelo. El índice de madurez es la relación entre el Brix superior y el inferior expresado en porcentaje. Por ejemplo, si el Brix superior es 18 y el inferior es 20, el resultado expresado en porcentaje sería de 90%. Para que una caña se considere madura, el resultado debe estar entre el 85% y el 100%. Análisis de la caña a nivel de laboratorio. Con este método, es necesario colectar muestras de tallos de caña para extraer el jugo. Luego se analiza en el laboratorio para determinar el POL, pureza y Brix. El POL es el contenido real de sacarosa presente en el jugo y es determinado a través de un polarímetro. La pureza aparente se refiere a la relación entre el POL y el Brix del jugo expresado en porcentaje. Una caña lista para cosechar debe tener valores entre el 81% a 100% de pureza. Entre más cerca al 100%, más azúcar se recupera. Una vez determinada que la caña está madura, se procede a la cosecha. Se recomienda realizar la quema en horas que presente el menor riesgo a quemas accidentales. Sin embargo, la cosecha en verde es lo ideal. El corte de la caña se debe realizar al ras del suelo, para aprovechar los entrenudos inferiores donde se encuentra la mayor concentración de azúcares. De este modo, aumenta la producción y el rendimiento de azúcar por acre. La caña debe acomodarse en bultos para facilitar el alce y minimizar el porcentaje de materia extraña, tierra. El bulto debe ser del tamaño del agarrón de la alzadora para evitar el uso del empujador o piler. El despunte debe hacerse en una altura adecuada para así eliminar los entrenudos superiores inmaduros, al igual para no dejar caña moledera en la punta. La caña debe de estar lo más limpio posible, libre de hojas, raíces o lodo, conocido como materia extraña. La cosecha se puede realizar de 3 maneras: cosecha manual, semi-mecanizada o mecanizada. Cosecha manual: corte y alce manual, jarochado. Cosecha semi-mecanizada: corte manual. Se acomoda en bultos que posteriormente son alzados al camión o tráiler por medio de máquinas alzadoras. Cosecha mecánica. Este ha tomado auge. Es la cosecha utilizando las máquinas cosechadoras. También reduce el costo total de la cosecha. La caña debe ser cosechada y entregada al ingenio lo más pronto posible a partir de la quema. Debe ser a menos de 36 horas para asegurar la mejor calidad. Durante el transporte del cañal al ingenio, se recomienda asegurar bien la carga usando varias fajas o cadenas para evitar la caída de caña durante el transporte. Al momento de registrar su viaje en la caseta, asegúrese de recibir su boleto del oficial encargado para que su producción se registre en el sistema de información de la industria. Estimado cañero o cañera, implementando mejores prácticas en la cosecha y transporte de la caña de azúcar para maximizar la producción de azúcar y de la mejor calidad posible. Este resultará en una industria eficiente, de menor impacto al ambiente y sustentable, asegurando mejores ingresos para todos, y así mejorar la calidad de vida de las familias. Una industria impactando la vida de todos.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's a beautiful morning, a lovely, beautiful day. When I was coming this morning, when I get in here, things get more beautiful and things get great because we know everybody is in tune on this great morning. So somebody just text and they say for us to announce once again the date for the referendum.
April 10th, 2019.
I believe that's going
El
to be
10 de abril 2019. Es más, el otro año, aproximadamente, dentro del espacio de un año, aproximadamente, digamos 9 meses y 8 días, por decir.
Yeah.
Pero 11 meses y 2 días, perdón.
Right, so that's the date.
Okay.
We have to continue and announce that date there, man. And people could know.
Sí,
right?
sí, tendremos que hacerlo para poder concientizar a la gente, porque si una cosa es importante, compañeros, viendo el resultado del referéndum que sucedió y viewing the results of the referendum in Guatemala, one thing that is important, that because it is the fact that we cannot make the same mistakes that they did. All right?
Right, yeah.
So even though a lot of people would want to go in and discuss the ifs, the conditions in which Guatemala had its campaign, I think at the very end of the day, all of that discussion may be spurious and going on tangent because it is their referendum. But one thing that is important is that at least we don't make the same mistakes that they did when it comes to their informational campaign.
Yeah, because if the threshold was as low as 30%, they never may make it. For the percentage of the voters, for them to be qualified for that referendum that they did. Well, if it was low as 30%, they never may make it. Can they never reach 30%?
Oh, you mean in that if it was
yes.
the threshold was 30%, they would not have made it.
No.
But the laws, as it is written, is that any single one can be, the total of one on your favor makes a difference.
Right.
So if 20% of the people voted or 60% of the people voted, it does not make a difference. And at the end of the day, some people would say, oh, but it does not represent the will of the people. That might be so, ladies and gentlemen. That might easily be so. But why do you want to talk about, why would you want to point fingers at that moment when the persons who did not go to vote had an opportunity to vote?
Yep, yep. But
and
then,
if they really did not want to go to the referendum, to the ICJ, well, then they could have taken time out to go and vote no.
But the same thing like what you mentioned before, Emmanuel, maybe the educational campaign wasn't powerful, wasn't effective enough in Guatemala.
I
received from a very reliable source, from a very strong person that said, I asked him if Guatemala did enough educational campaign to this, pertaining to this referendum to their people, and the person tell me he don't think so. You understand? So that could be one of the issues.
But you have to consider the difficulties in the job. Yeah. Inherent to the job of informing 17 million people, or not all of them are voters. So let's talk about maybe 8 million or 10 million people being voters, I would imagine, okay? 8 or 10 million being voters, I do not know the exact amount. But informing, for us, it's difficult, sort of. Can you imagine having 8 million or 10 million voters that you'd need to inform? That's why it is so important for us to begin from now, the educational campaign. Yeah. So we don't hear that, oh, you may start late, oh, you had to wait for re-registration, oh, you had to do this, and we never got enough time to do this. But, oh no, this for educational campaign must begin, and must begin soon.
Okay, talking about campaign now, Emmanuel, it's almost 2 months that we have had a municipal city council election here in the country of Belize. We know that in Belize City, it was a surprise to everyone. I believe even to the ones that won.
Yes.
That they won in Belize.
Yes.
But there was a post circling, and it's saying probably this person, maybe this person's Facebook page have been hacked, and I don't really know if he's the one that is speaking out. Because it says, is newly elected Belize City Councillor Michael Gooden resigning or not? With this post.
What is his name?
Michael Gooden. M-I-C-A-H-G-O.
That Micah?
Yeah, Michael Gooden. But you know how we Creole, we spell people name. He says there are turmoil within the newly Belize elected city council, or is Councillor Michael Facebook page hacked of what was there?
Why would this person be questioning? Did Micah Gooden issue a release?
Well, it came on his Facebook page.
So if it came on his Facebook page, how is it that they're questioning it?
Because I wonder if the Hindi talk out or somebody hack his Facebook and put that out.
Okay. Do you have a copy of his Facebook page?
Well, it said this was last week. It said this morning, a startling post of Michael Gooden's personal Facebook page suggests that there may be trouble brewing within the newly elected POP Belize City Council. In the social media post, Gooden thanked Belize City residents for electing him and then explained that he is contemplating resignation. It continues saying, according to the post, Gooden has lost all confidence, according to the post, in Mayor Bernard Wagner, as Wagner doesn't take advice. He said, I am elected and I feel powerless, the post stated. So this is saying that probably some kind of suggestions that he might be coming up with.
Do you think that Mr. Gooden is serious when he says that he's contemplating resignation, or is he just venting and trying to play politics there?
Or put the money in the corner?
Possible.
He said furthermore, the post says that the new city council was elected on the platform of social infrastructure, but that the mayor has apparently abandoned that ideology only days after tasting power.
Well, we already know, ladies and gentlemen, that this man has, in my mind, committed two big mistakes. And in the mind of many, many, many people.
Referring to who?
I have.
Who you referring to? Michael Gooden?
No, Mr. Bernard Wagner.
The mayor.
The mayor of Belize City. He. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning.
Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You know that the Prime Minister helped a lot of Malaysians pay all the bills. Yes. You know, the Prime Minister helped a lot of Malaysians pay the bills and still they against the man. I don't know why Malaysians behave like that. It's totally wrong, man. You know?
Yes. When you say paying their bills, helping you know that as a fact. That's why you're calling.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you too, sir. Thank you too. Well, that's the way it goes, you know. That's the way it goes. Como decía mi mamá, dar una mano, pero cuida que no te jalen el pie, porque así somos. Porque así somos algunos de nosotros, pero but going back to what I was saying, this man, Mr. Bernard Wagner, in my mind, has committed two flagrant mistakes, and that is one, he has signed checks made out to himself, and he has openly referred to the people who he's supposedly helping out. These hooligans all don't think that I'm not, he's definitely used the word barbarians. I don't know about hooligans part.
Barbarians, yeah.
Barbarians, okay? And if I were a Belize City voter, if I was one of those people in the line waiting for any help from him, I would feel insulted being called a barbarian. I would be insulted being called a barbarian. You know what I mean? Yo no entiendo cómo este hombre puede utilizar esa palabra en referencia a la misma gente que votó para él, que son unos bárbaros, que actúan en una forma como aquellas personas, bueno, que llevan la característica como aquellas personas viniendo de la costa bárbara, que son gente muy pleitista y
troublesome people
y peleonera y ese tipo de cosas así, ¿no? Pero ¿qué provocó a este hombre referirse a su propia gente como barbarians? Y también, ¿por qué es de que utilizó dinero del concilio en una forma así bastante, no sé, él nunca debió de haber firmado un cheque hecho a él mismo en el primer lugar? Ese tipo de cosas no se hace. You don't do that kind of thing.
Well, when the man spoke to the leader of the opposition, and the leader of opposition gave him his view, he said, well, he never know. And
didn't he have Joe Coito as interim manager as transition manager to tell him what to do?
And Joe Coito is supposed to be one certified accountant as well, right? So he's supposed to know about
anything. He should have known.
Yeah.
The first thing that he should have asked, how do I do this? But there's a long list of people who want to get any money from Mr. Wagner.
Yep.
So because he promised them money.
Yeah,
he promised them, or else they wouldn't have been there.
I just believe that what is happening with the mayor there is because you remember, Emmanuel, these persons were presented, I think, probably must say 2 to 3 months before the election.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they are people, they are politicians, or they just say, okay, we want you run. So maybe the man reach out, the man not really know how to conduct this thing. He must say surprised at the winner. He said, well, man, I have to take over this thing now. But like you say, you have Mr. Cowie there, you can ask question. Maybe the man need more time. You know, one post just come out here, and it says that reliable source informed that the Belize City Council today ratified the suspension of its city administrator Candice Miller, which took effective on April 4th. So we understand she will be terminated.
Didn't Mr. Bradley feature strongly in the news over the weekend?
Yes,
I think I heard Darrell.
Darrell Constrangman.
Do you recall what he said?
I don't remember everything what he said, but I know he says some of the things that he said that's a blatant lie.
Oh, I imagine that the present city councillors are trying to obviously divert attention from Mr. Wagner. They're now throwing stones at Mr. Bradley.
Yeah, but I don't think they could hit Darrell in no way, man. You know, but they talk about this bill with Joe, man. The bill with Joe. But what Darrell was saying, Emmanuel, when the checks then come, it's like when they used to do the vouchers. When you do a voucher, the purchase order have to attach to that voucher. You can't just go to Treasury, you get a voucher, you sign. All the purchase order, all the transaction has to be attached to that voucher. So he's saying that 3 persons has to sign, which is the city administrator and one next person.
The finance manager,
yeah,
maybe?
plus his signature. And when it come to him, he verify everything. Make sure that when he sign off on it, it's legitimate. He say all and anything there come with that pro forma invoice or what invoice. So if them people say they find this thing with this situation with Joe, show me the invoice that is attached to that. And everything is in place at the city council. That's why they could bring this out and bring that out, because everything is in order. But show me the attachment on it. You know how these things work, right?
I do know. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this Mr. Godin has
got some beef.
Expressed his complete dissatisfaction with the way Mr. Bernard Wagner, the current mayor of Belize City, is doing his job. He said, I don't know if it is more a reflection on Bernard Wagner or more a reflection on Micah Godin, because I don't know him personally. In fact, I don't know either of them personally, but it can be that perhaps Mr. Godin is the kind of person that likes to be listened to and is very impulsive. I would believe that he does not take it lightly when people don't listen to his recommendations. So he must feel slighted. He must be feeling a certain way that says, man, I talk to the man, the man don't want to listen to me. I'm giving him good suggestions. Or is it that perhaps Mr. Bernard Wagner is just not listening to the councillors, and therefore it is a valid reason behind Mr. Godin's the statement.
And the thing is, see how he start out. He start the post by thanking the voters who elected him. So when they thank people, they say, okay, I like to thank you, but they go. But he expressed what he have to.
Do you think that he's going to resign?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he'll resign. Sometimes people, after they see that they can't have their way, or they are not listening to them, they just lay it back and make it flow.
Or it can be that perhaps he he is listened to and appeased in a certain way. I figured that there is some discontent with the distribution of
Maybe all that.
I figured that perhaps Mr. Godin was aspiring to have a certain area where he wanted to be responsible of, but did not receive it.
And probably what he gotten probably is not something that is in his field.
Is in field.
That we could handle, no?
Uh-huh.
So that's a good point to bring up. It could probably be that he was something that he knew he could deal with, something that he could do. You know, because you know that he does reporting for the, I believe it's for the Amandala. He does some kind of writing and reporting for them. But it's funny how things happen like that, and you know, in less than 2 months. Because look upon this next person Pitts will win. This person already gonna put himself in a Port Loyola for contest for the next general election. And if we remember clearly that in 2008 she put the name there and Boots me beat her. That is what, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, but she's back now. But then when she come back now, Gilroy has been there already, and Gilroy don't narrow the gap in up to less than 100 votes.
What do you think is going to happen there?
Why, I feel Gilroy don't know Gilroy don't know a shut up man.
Do you know him personally?
I know Gilroy. Gilroy don't know a shut up man. He want to talk for his rights. Because one time they had some little thing in there with Boots, he come out and he talk with the people and he come strong. You know? So I don't believe it just a step in, because you know, Emmanuel, when you're in an opposition, right? When you're in an opposition, it's hard to make you the service one area, and if you don't have finance. And I believe that this gentleman put in a lot of his personal finance and resources into the area. I not say because he put it in, that means if you get it back. But if people were to work so hard and they push thing, and then suddenly one somebody come up and say, yeah, that me know, that for me turn. But then Gilroy lose 2 times. But the first time he lose, I think about 800 or something. But this last time the man come down to less than 100. And in the city council election they win in the area. So I believe that. So
he is being encouraged by those numbers.
I believe.
He feels that he can win come the next general election.
That's what I believe. Now this next person they come in. So the two they have lost to Martinez already. But then now I wonder if this city councillor they say, okay, we win in that area because I'm a run. You understand?
There's also a similar situation that we would like to talk about, and that is the presumption, I believe, because I don't think that he has been endorsed yet, but our presumption that Mr. Kevin Bernard from the PUP is going to run in the East.
He's already campaigning.
But we also have the situation when Mr. Josue Carballo has been the standard bearer for that division, I think, in the last election.
Right.
And we're wondering what exactly is going to happen there.
Yeah, well, he lost to Elode Aragon, no? Elode Aragon won that election.
Given the dynamics of the East Division, where I hear that other people may be interested as well in representing the PUP for the Orange Walk East Division.
Right.
Given that the results of the municipal election indicate that the PUP won in the East.
And big too.
And big.
Yeah. So, but that is there, and I understand they will be having a convention sometime in June.
A contested convention?
That's what I understand. But because you know that party right now, then they look to get all the standard bearers in a place by July. By July, they should have all their standard bearers. Or look for what, 2 months, 3 months?
I gather that this Saturday is Orange Walk North, PUP Orange Walk North convention, and it's not going to be a contested convention.
That's endorsement.
That's an endorsement convention from Mr. Ramon Cervantes Jr.
Right. That's
so
endorsement.
All the talk about other people wanting to run in that division has pretty much been put aside by the PUP, and the PUP has endorsed Monchi as the standard bearer for Orange Walk North PUP.
Yep. Yeah, that is what will happen. It happened the same thing like
What do you think happened there?
Boy, well, I don't know because when the election may finish in 2015, when the leader of the opposition spoke, I don't know if he was the leader of the opposition at that time, but when they was asking him about with Monchi, with the election against Mr. Vega, that the gap came in closer for the PUP. But they was telling him that Monchi did well. He said the PUP did well. You know, and I asked him and I said, yes, the
So are you saying that to tell that he did not want to acknowledge Mr. Cervantes
at that time?
At that time,
yes.
So therefore, my question: do you think that now he's supportive of Monchi?
I believe so. I believe he's supporting the man fully.
Or is it that now he's just accepting without really liking?
Maybe, but they still have to show his support.
But that's exactly the point. Yeah. Accepting but not really liking.
Yeah, because what he said that time was saying that, there is a convention.
Well, you know, a politician make the other stuff bedfellows. You know what I mean?
Yep.
At the end of the day, you ask yourself, well, how is it that then two they're both together, and I know that they're not pulled together, but it takes politics many times to unite them.
That's true, boy. Because
you know,
from both political parties in this country, some of them guys are best buddies, you know, pa? They rant and rave in the house, but when they come out, that's a different thing.
That's exactly so.
When they drink that whiskey and so, that whiskey tastes nice.
That is exactly so.
Nicer. But see, like what happened at Corozal, they have a lot of issues at Corozal as well with the same thing when it comes to the conventions and so. Because they have so many people who want to run, and you hear a little rumor that somebody from the new elected town councilman want to run and have a little issue.
This is happening all the way down south, from Toledo, east or west.
Nice,
yeah, and I gathered that some people are saying, we're going on with democracy, and I think he even quoted George Price as being the person who was, he says, all embracing all of the people and saying that there is nothing bigger, no one bigger than the party itself.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, this person was casting aspersions or throwing stones at the leader of the opposition, saying, hey, we not like what you do. But funny enough, ladies and gentlemen, funny enough, the person went right back and saying, oh, but we are still support the standard bearer.
So why make noise?
Why is he making noise then? But this is something typical with the PUP.
But you know the PUP.
El Roy en su cola y simplemente se tragan el orgullo y dicen, okay, voy a apoyarte. Yeah. But the UDP is not like that.
No, they're not like that. They say, who want to run? You understand? But the PUP announced before the last election, the 2015 election, that all elected era representative that within that party, none of them will be contested in any convention as long as you are elected. And those two gentlemen that you are referring to from the south, they are elected.
So in other words, those who have been elected will not be facing any competition.
Right.
Monchi was not elected.
No, but still in the face for competition. Okay. This boy Castillo, that Corozal, was not elected as
and
well.
He's still
yes.
and will he be giving a contested convention?
No. Endorsement.
So, again, an endorsement. So why issue a statement that you're not following through with?
It got further than that, you know, pa. It got further than that. Because remember, what standard bearer in an area gets the support of many people. And they are the one that say, I want you to be a delegate. I want you to be a delegate, but this is my person for party leader, so I will need you to support this person.
On that note, we're going on a break because it's already 12 minutes after 8 o'clock. I do believe that Shakir just opened a little something there that we need to elaborate on more because it's happening on the both sides of the
fence.
Of the fence. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back with you.
Gaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
In the Capital 3 budget, provisions of over 43 million have been made to finance the following key infrastructure projects. Continuation of the upgrading of the Hummingbird Highway, $11 million. Continuation of the Belize Southside Poverty Alleviation Project, $4 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of new sections of the George Price Highway, including the construction of a new double-lane bridge at Roaring Creek, $13 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of a new section of the Philip Golson Highway, $5 million. Commencement of work on the new Airport Link Road, joining the access road to the PGIA, joining that with the Western Highway, $3 million. Commencement of work on the new Hallover Bridge, $3 million. And commencement of work on phase 1 of the Caracol Road project, $4 million. In addition, provision of $9.5 million has also been made for projects in the education and health sectors and towards our vaunted poverty alleviation programs. Mr. Speaker, I should point out that as we have done in all the years since taking office, we will again be financing our capital program wholly from concessional sources provided by our international development partners. We will not be borrowing any funds on commercial terms. These are the investments that will continue the transformation and continue to bring the jobs to lower even more the unemployment rate and lift lives and the economy.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hi, I'm Judy Hua, and I'll let you know about my DigiNet experience. It was so easy. Literally, they just asked for a few things like my ID, they asked for my address, and they even asked me questions that how could they improve their service. I won't lie, I'm a social media holic. I would surely recommend it to my friends, especially when we're doing our FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls. You know, our calls won't get dropped.
See you guys in a bit then.
For my professional side, well, I do television, so for me, we have to download a lot of files. We have to ensure that when we receive them, we check them before it goes on air, and DigiNet has made that experience easy for me. I have the 5 meg plan, which is wonderful because it's only $69. So I'm really glad that they did the promotion in my area in Kings Park. I was the first one to sign up.
Available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Las 8:20. Buenos días si nos acaban de sintonizar. Es un gran gusto de enviarles nuestros mejores y más atentos saludos. Good morning if you've just joined us. It's exactly 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. We have with us this morning Mr. Robert Checky Usher, faithfully here, and we were talking about the balance of power, the balance of power, and what measures people take to ensure maintaining themselves in power. We're talking about the issue of delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Importantly so, we had a situation in Toledo last week when it was on the news, or 2 weeks ago, and the person said, "It's all about delegates, you know, Mr. Man." And he was not being coy about it. He was being straight up and said, "It's all about delegates," because the leader of the opposition wants to ensure that he remains as leader of the opposition. So he does not want to entertain anybody else who might vote against him.
Yeah, because
I gather, I'm sorry, that is happening both parties.
Yeah, they have leadership convention coming up before the big election. You remember what Patrick used to say? It's all about the base.
It's all about the base.
All about the base. So what happened is, you are put people there who you know could command or respect, forget other people to support him.
I think it goes beyond respect. I think it also rides on loyalty.
Yeah, loyalty. But that person commands respect from the people around him, along with the loyalty. We say, okay,
along with to the area rep.
Yeah, if I ask these people to go that way, they're gonna go that way. And since you are endorsing me and you're giving me the opportunity to be the standard bearer, then it's my it's my duty or my own conscience to ask my delegates to support you as well. But what happened is, I was talking to a friend, a very good friend from Corozal, and he was telling me that prior to the municipal election, that Mr. Hyde was going to Corozal, visiting some people and sharing some meal with them.
Which Mr. Hyde?
Mr. Cordell Hyde was going to Corozal to get some people to get together, have a little meal with them, talk to them. But then I was talking to somebody, they said, but what Cordell they go do there? What he go do there? I tell her, well, maybe they go try help the giant. Because the giant may run already and may lose. So maybe they go try help the man, no? Then we hear now that this one that's sitting now with this thing in the Gilroy area, we don't know if that's true. But we hear that Cordell is the person that is supporting this councillor, Candy Spitz. So we don't really know what is his intention, if he's trying to gather delegates as well.
It would seem to a lot of people that he is, because one would question if Gilroy is a Briceño ally.
Yeah, because there was a video that came out with the leader of opposition speaking, and he was supported towards Gilroy.
Right. So now with the entry of Candy Spitz, can it be that perhaps this is, ladies and gentlemen, the beginning of an uprising against the current leader of the opposition? Can it be that perhaps being encouraged by the results of the last municipal elections, can it be that Mr. Hyde has suddenly become overly ambitious and is going to play Brutus to Caesar?
Emmanuel, remember we spoke to someone that is in government, and he told us that Cordell is the one that swung that election in the city. You remember that conversation?
Yes.
When he was here?
Yes.
We spoke to him and said Cordell is the one that swung that election in Belize City. He and Emmanuel make the switch and make things happen. So now Belize City has 10 seats, Emmanuel. 10 seats Belize City have.
Can it be that the people, the Partridge Street people, have suddenly realized the power that lies within their proximity?
And well, not only Partridge Street, but we understand and we all know, no make no goes fully, we all know that the people from city doesn't acknowledge a prime minister from our district. They don't want to see that.
So what you're telling me now is that John might have internal problems within the PUP.
Perhaps. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy for them, because John got his strength too. You understand? John got his strength when it comes to his party. He got his strength.
But never from a formidable force like Cordell.
No. But that was a tough situation. That's something where, but if you see that, because say John do your homework already.
Or can it be that we are just being
speculating,
and at the end of the day, Cordell is John's biggest ally?
It could be that as well.
And can it be that it's all a concerted effort to win for the PUP rather than win for any particular person?
Yeah, because you know in our politics there was a lot of speculation in Emmanuel. And people say, I never know this going this way, I never know that going that way, I never know him the way, I never know she me got a shot. You know, but then that's something will happen. Minute to minute, seconds.
But in politics, you always have to be what is called the conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, so we have to see how that can play out, but that is their thing. That is their thing. Because you know, in the United Democratic Party right now, well, everybody know it's a fact that we know that the Prime Minister has announced that, yes, he is leaving. It's not something that he has to do, because he could still run in a Queen Square if he want. It's just that he cannot become the Prime Minister again. After 3 terms, he cannot be. But he could still win and become an area representative. Because I tell you something, Pa. A lot of people, a lot of the standard bearers and the ministers will win, one lot of them win because of Mr. Barrow. One lot of them get an actually edge, that actually push because of Mr. Barrow. You see that most of the places there when Mr. Barrow visit in this municipal election, Belmopan, San Ignacio, Benque Viejo, Stan Creek, and Punta Gorda. You never come on Orange Walk. I never hear Belize City have no rally. I don't know if you're gonna Corozal. But then people in that area win.
I noticed that, yes.
So, with the departure of Mr. Barrow, things will be tough. The United Democratic Party needs to get a good leader.
And we spoke about this some time ago, and a number of people saying that we need to have the United Democratic Party needs to find a leader before the next general elections, which is due within 2 years. So, if there is going to be a new leader for the United Democratic Party, then it has the processes involved in selecting that leader have already beginning, and will culminate sometime within a year with the convention or the General Assembly or whatever you call it of the party, where that leader will be selected.
Yeah,
so
they usually have a party
balls
convention.
are already rolling, and the wheels are already turning.
And I believe there will be contest.
You believe that there will be a contest?
I believe so. Because what happened is, we still have to have, right now, when Mr. Barrow goes, that means the party has no leader. So you need to elect a leader.
There is a deputy leader.
But you need to elect one leader within the party.
So it's not an automatic thing where the deputy leader becomes the leader. He will have to go through all the rigors of election and show that he has the confidence of the party and assume the position of leader of the party. I gather that there is some sort of dissatisfaction with Mr. Patrick Farber as the leader of the party. Now, a lot of his support comes from Belize City itself. But I gather that in the districts, he is not as popular.
His leadership is not being felt. It is not being
He's
shown.
not as popular as he would like for it to be.
No, he should be. Not like that he would like to be, that he should be. Right? He's not popular and strong as he should be.
Okay. I would still like to say like to be, because, well, that's a point of contention there. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we see all of these wranglings and we see all of these things going here in the north. We see, and it goes beyond many times what we see on the surface.
Yeah, but to see the same thing like what you say, he's not popular like he would want to be. That's why I mentioned about Mr. Barrow. A lot of people vote for the party because of Mr. Barrow. And if this man is not popular as he's supposed to be or want to be, then that puts the party in trouble.
I understand that point. I understand that.
So, then
don't you think that the same mentality that is being applied to the PUP can be considered on the UDP as well? Because if Mr. John Saldiva is being considered as a possible leader, we know that he ran the last time against Patrick and was beaten terribly.
Yeah. When many people thought that John would have gone down, you know?
You're right. But John still won his position in Belmopan.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, he won it handsomely.
And look at this, Emmanuel.
So the point is that I'm trying to say is that, just before I lose the train of thought, is that, but John, however, is from Belmopan.
Yes.
And not from Belize City.
No.
Would the people accept a Belmopan-based representative as a leader?
That's the next big question. But look at this. Both representative, none of the... John lost couple election already against the late Agrippino Kawich in the days back. But when John win the first time, John has been winning big, and he never stopped winning big.
And Belmopan is a huge division, almost 10,000 voters.
Yes. It sounds ridiculous, did you?
Almost 10,000 voters, ladies and gentlemen. Belmopan, all on itself, in terms of population, is bigger than Orange Walk town.
You know, sound realistic, does you? But it is.
But it is. If you go to the statistical unit and you see the latest population reports, you go like Belize City, San Ignacio, Santa Elena, Belmopan, San Pedro, then Orange Walk. So almost 10,000 voters in Belmopan itself, which means that Belmopan has a large population of people.
Yeah, but you see, Pa, that's one issue like with that out district PM. But if you look on it this way, in this municipal election what happened, well, John, the city council, Patrick is city council. But John, they did well in Belmopan, but Belize City, they never do good. And even in Patrick area, they never do that good. In the area.
I don't know the numbers for Patrick's area. I know he is what? Mesopotamia?
No, he's
Collet.
Collet, yeah.
Collet, I'm sorry.
But
Collet.
we understand that they never do too good in a Collet. Like you say, I don't see the numbers, you don't see the numbers.
I gather that he still won, and he won handsomely in that area.
Oh, well,
I think one of our mutual friends, somebody who we both know, confirmed that information to me. The numbers I cannot say, but he still won that area handsomely.
Yeah, but when it comes to the leadership for the UDP, and be something tough, Emmanuel, because the current deputy will have, like you say, he needs to step up and get things going, no? Because there is some kind of issues that you don't really have to get yourself involved in, man. You got people who get involved in anything there. You know, you don't have to like really say, okay, make I go do this myself. No, man. They got people who could deal with that, because you're not supposed to go in a small thing there for cause no kind of issue. Make someone else deal with anything. You don't want deputy.
Are you hinting at immaturity on his end?
Well, I don't know if that's the word for it, but then, I mean, you know, all right, if you go deal with a small thing, everything in education and everything in everybody issue is big. But with this thing with this Gwen Liz school, make somebody else handle that, man.
I would venture to say that perhaps it's a taint of immaturity.
Yeah.
No, or because at the end of the day, there is a clear definition for maturity that says being aware of the effects of your actions and the repercussions of your actions.
But you are going for a leader, Emmanuel.
But when you are being led by your own arrogance and your own egoism, notwithstanding the repercussions affecting your actions, then that is displaying some sort of lack of growth.
You are going for a leader, and if you go for a leader and your party win, you become the prime minister. Once you get the support from the other 15 persons around you, make it 16, you become the prime minister. So if you go for that, you need to like get yourself together and start to show that type of leadership, that you're ready to lead. So it went tight. But then, like you rightly mentioned, that convention is near, convention is coming. I know when it comes to the delegates, like I want our friend writer, so when they go around, they try see if you could put somebody in a place to support who he want. And that's the democracy of the party, right? The United Democratic Party. You support who you want. Anybody want to run, you come out and run. We have put up a convention, because we all know that some of the persons that has put their name to run in Orange Walk North never want a convention. But other people come up and, well, the era rep, Honorable Gaspar Vega, he decide, okay, if there are people come up, we can't chase there. We can't chase there. They have the right. That is what the party is about. You understand?
That is what the party is about, being a democracy.
Yep. Yeah.
So you have to give everybody a chance.
Yeah, once somebody put the interest, you don't know what that person could have done. That person come and
But
put it.
as long as the person being pushed knows exactly what he's getting into.
Right, yeah, that's it.
Because you can't claim, say, I never know the man may try push me into this arrangement. I never know that there were ulterior motives being associated with his support.
Yeah.
I didn't know, and you go like, hello?
Yeah, this thing with politics, I believe it has to be on you. It has to be that you want to do it. You want to do it. If you got people that push you, just like if somebody that push you if you go do something wrong, and you know what I'm going to do it, and you got speculation, hey, they might catch me, and you still gone. They might catch you. So you have to be that you make up your mind, and that you want to do it, and you get it done. Other people come and support you, that is good.
I personally believe that there is enough support in the Orange Walk North Division to be able to win the Orange Walk North Division handsomely for the United Democratic Party. I think I base this assumption very, very much so on the fact that on the track record that is left behind by the Honorable Gaspar Vega, who has done and committed and continues working for the Orange Walk North Division. I can venture to tell you that there is barely a previous representative of the Orange Walk North Division that has dedicated so much time, effort, and money to the betterment of the people living within the Orange Walk Division. And I don't care where you say, that is a fact. A lot of people easily forget, like the caller said a while ago, although he did not use the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister as an example, he used the Prime Minister. But let's extend that mentality a while ago to this very situation here in Orange Walk North, where people tend to forget the good that this person has done and continues doing for the Orange Walk North Division.
Yeah. None of we can answer this question, but this one say, somebody said before this, we're going to stop talking about Patrick. We know it's not nothing about Patrick, but next one said, the question is...
We're going to stop talking what?
Stop talking about Patrick. But this next one said, the question is, do you think Patrick Faber is ready to lead this part of the country?
This part
I don't
of
know
the
if
country?
the party they want
Well,
to say.
if you want a leader, the leader will lead the entire country. So it's not conditional to only a part of the country. But I get your point. But I get your point. If that's what you mean, that you think he's going to get support from this part of the country, that I guess would be a more pointed. Traditionally, if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, that the order of things is such that, oh good Lord, I hope I'm not getting in trouble with this one, but what happens is that traditionally, after the George Price, C.L.B. Rogers episodes, when C.L.B. Rogers was Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Leader, there was a change in politics where George Price put Florencio Marin, representing the people of the North. So, and that continued because at the end of the day, they wanted to have some sort of balance, you might want to say, if you want to use that word, or representation of the mestizo population within the top reigns of government.
Yeah, the person.
It happens. I'm sorry that the United Democratic Party is currently without the possibility of having that person from the North.
Yeah.
Unless you want to consider Hugo Pat.
Yeah. The person did a correction on the text. He says, the question is, do you think that Patrick Faber is ready to lead this party or the country? He said maybe Emmanuel should do a poll for that question. But on that note, we will take a break and we'll be back. You set up your paperwork, make us see when you come back and make us see how this poll and work.
It's 18 minutes before 9 o'clock. I hope you're enjoying the discussion. We're talking straight up here politics, and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Ever since my mom switched to Diginet, my internet experience has not been the same. My online gaming is on point. I can keep up with my online classes, and I enjoy Netflix and chill even more. Nothing beats Diginet's reliable internet speed. I pay only $69 monthly for my 5 megabyte plan. It's perfect for my budget. And you can even get higher speeds that's bundled with free mobile and free home phone for even more savings. But don't take my word for it. Visit the BTL office and ask about Diginet today.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
Our priorities for the budget, fiscal year 2018-2019, are to continue to provide resources for investments in physical infrastructure, mainly roads and bridges, for education and health, for poverty alleviation, and for citizen security and defense. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, we grasp the nettle with both hands. We rise to meet the challenges, and we will overcome them. This year's budget is structured accordingly, and there therefore can and will be no retreat from our signature pro-poor policies. No retreat from Boost and Food Pantry, no retreat from the apprenticeship program, no retreat from the high school subsidies, no retreat from the payment by GOB for students' CXC exams, no retreat from the funding of the second chance opportunities, no retreat from tuition assistance, no retreat from the plethora of full scholarships, no retreat from the construction of new classrooms, no retreat from new rural water supply systems, health posts, and hospitals, certainly in San Pedro, which we hope to fund from a public-private mix, and also from PG. That's the next priority.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can whip it scream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Gangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Mmm, freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Son las 9 menos 10 minutos aquí en este último segmento del Sugar City Morning Show. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana, compañeros, y un gran gusto de estar en la compañía del señor Robert Checky Osho. De nuevo, buenos días, good morning, Checky. Pointy Binafi. ¿Cómo se encuentran ustedes? Ojalá y muy bien. Todos aquí continuando con la plática a mí me encanta mucho poder hablar abiertamente de en este tema porque pues muchas veces debemos de hablar más abiertamente de estas cosas, pero no lo hacemos por X razones. Pero tenemos que hablar más abiertamente de ello.
Yeah, that's true, Pa. But the silly thing is that when time you express your views, there are people, whether wrong certain people, who intend to try to show you some bad attitude or some bad ways and they don't want to talk to you. But you know what? You have to come out and talk your mind. If they want to vex you, one of their ideas. They realize, I said, what? When that boy me, they said, I'm true, you know. I never believe him, I do me this. But I get caught up right in it. You think that it's all this thing with this union and so, Emmanuel? You think all of this thing with the union and so? You think that them people and put this deputy leader for rest right now? The people are just continue knock the man and not care what he do. He can't make peace with them people because them people got the agenda, boy. But I say some of them people, most of them at top, they want to see this government change, boy.
So,
And then
based on what you're telling me, that he has formidable opposition coming from within the very same people he represents.
Yes. And
For the Ministry of Education.
Then are the people what he represent. And nothing when he do, no kind of changes when he do. If you tell you I give him $5 raise, I pay right now, oh, they're going to rally say, why only they give me 5? For a long time, we do 15. You think that joke, no?
No, I don't think it's a joke.
But you understand what I tell
I
you, right?
understand perfectly what
You know, so the man they in a bad position, boy. But I could say as Minister of Education, I believe that he has done well. But when it comes to the political part, you leave it tight, you know. Because I have seen lot of the union thing, you know, because I remember between 2007 and 2008, even 2006 when Ravai was first elected, the union up this side and they gave a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. And so strong force had to come down. So strong force make them realize what they go on. You know, so when the people against you, it's hard. And I know some of the people, I talk to somebody, I said, they not stop until they unseat the man.
Ladies and gentlemen, politics is about winning elections. That's the basic, the gist of the main reason that political parties exist.
Will you see Mr. Barrow the one in the question here?
What do I see he does?
Before you answer, the man
thinks before he answers.
But they got one, and then when he, before they don't ask if he, let me tell you something. You got to ask the question, man. You understand? You see that time Mr. Barrow in any conversation?
Well, there's a big stark difference between Mr. Barrow, who
know.
commands a lot of people respect.
Yeah, that's true.
With a number of other people.
And that's all the time. All the time.
You see, what happens is that I have a huge amount of respect, I mean maximum respect for Mr. Dean Oliver Barrow, because of his capacity to impart information, his capacity to convince people,
his capacity
his
to lead.
capacity to lead. That those are very important attributes for any one person.
Not anybody could hold all of that.
Exactly. But the amount of respect that he has garnered over the years, just being able to do the kind of job where at the end of the day he has this fantastic ability to be able to answer all the questions that are being presented to him in a very careful manner, in a very capable manner. Capable being the key word.
I don't want to read this text, but it's serious. I don't want to read it because he didn't tell you, man. That's something, how the story go about the Pepe Squinte. I see man about it.
Beats me.
Serious, see there. See there. See there. You see the joke?
It must be some story that Cheki is you know, yes, I do know that he's fabricating because, and it's all told in jest, ladies and gentlemen. It's just part of the fun. Like when I say our mission here is to inform, educate, and sometimes entertain, that's exactly what we mean. Because I've never worn a cha-cha-cha, and people ask me, why Cheki didn't mess with you by your cha-cha-cha? Is he one? I said, I've never owned a cha-cha-cha in my life.
The pink one.
You see, and he continues. How about the Pepe Squinte, and the Tepe Squinte, and the this?
But I think nice though.
It's all fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's all
I want to say good morning to Ellie, all the way there in San Ignacio.
Buenos días a mi buena amiga Maggie y Osman, que nos ven fielmente cada día y cada noche. Y siempre defendiéndome. Ese Cheki, ¿cómo te está que te jode y te jode y te jode? Digo, no te preocupes.
¿Quién dijo eso, Miss Maggie?
No te preocupes de Cheki, porque al final del día somos amigos.
¿Quién dijo eso, Miss Maggie?
No, yo ya dije lo que tuve que decir. No repito nada.
Powell, it's time for us to go, you know.
Is it that time?
Yeah, it's time for us to go. You know? Yeah, treat me today.
Yes.
Yeah, treat me
It is
today.
3 minutes before 9 o'clock.
Just wake up,
ladies
say yes.
and gentlemen, muchas gracias por su sintonía. es bastante halagador escuchar la gente que nos dice, de las personas que han estado comentando de la ICJ, ustedes lo hacen mejor porque lo hablan directamente. Y de muchos asuntos, porque eso es nuestro propósito, compañeros. Tratar de romper las noticias en tal forma y poder compartir esa información en una forma que se pueda entender y se pueda apreciar qué es la verdad. ¿Ok? Pero vamos a tomar esa llamada ante todo.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Cheque, feliz día, Emanuel, feliz día.
Gracias.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
¿Sí? ¿La misma águila, no?
Oh, claro que sí. Gracias. Feliz día.
All right, Papa, before we leave, they said that Jackie, you brought up a good point. You brought out a good point. Who do they want for the PM?
I think
it's the people to decide that.
People to decide that. Yes.
The people to decide that, and whosoever want to represent themselves to be PM in the United Democratic Party, they need to step up.
Well, remember that it's not the PM that is going to be elected.
Yes.
Correction there. It is the leader of the party that is going to
Maybe
be
this
elected.
person got the assumptions that yes, the UDP and win. You understand?
It's the leader of the party that we're going to elect, not the prime minister.
Yeah, that is
We
true.
don't have a Republican system of government. We have a parliamentarian system of government.
Yeah,
Westminster.
You brought up a good point, but the city slickers decides.
Un gran gusto saludarles, compañeros. Son las 9:01. Aquí con ustedes, recibiendo los últimos mensajes. Do you have an extra message?
Yeah, I said the city slicker decide that they want someone from Belize, but it's not in their hand. It's in the city. We got two cities, but that is left to the voters. The voters will decide because they have to have party convention, see who will become the leader. Then it got.
Can we apply that mentality to the POP as well?
Well, it's across the board. It is across the board.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Good morning. Please lower the volume on your television. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Chicks. How are you guys doing?
Good, but tell me.
Yes, I just wanted to say hi to you guys. Right, I'm here from San Ignacio. Emmanuel, good morning to you, bro.
Good morning to you.
Check it well.
Yeah, you don't taste that thing what is boy me eat? That what the thing
Hey, you guys, you know have all kind of the love good, that is good, man.
That what the thing there?
I think you said the thing named Pepe Quinte.
Yeah. That man like eat that thing, boy. I put a cha-cha-cha. He said, don't put that money out. So the people in the car, they see how Joe.
Definitely. I want you guys over here, man. Blessings, Morris and Raheem as well.
Yeah, take care.
Good morning, Manuel and Chicks.
The Lord there too.
What's the name, man?
The Lord there. The man eat a back bed right now, boy.
And he won't share. And he won't share.
You see?
Thank you for calling.
The people are crying.
Compañeros, un gran gusto saludarles de nuevo. Bueno, aquí no tengo nada más que decir al respecto de eso. Simplemente que, como siempre decimos, es nuestro deseo. La razón por que tenemos este show es para informar, educar y a veces entretener. Y siempre lo digo. Así que no hay ninguna razón para enojos ni nada de esto. Simplemente un poquito de humor. Un poquito de humor, compañeros. Está muchas veces... Es bastante estresante, es bastante deprimido levantarte todos los días y tener la cara como si te está llevando la gran... Pero cuando ya entonces te logras reír y levantar el espíritu, Eso hace una gran diferencia en la forma que ves la vida, que ves el día. Ya alivianaste, ya aligeraste tu espíritu y ya entonces estás un poquito mejor dispuesto para poder tratar con todo lo que la vida nos presenta a diario. Muchas gracias por la sintonía, muchas gracias, bastante contento y alegre. También tengo que dar las gracias al equipo de producción, Morris Rahim, también las gracias a ti, Chequi, y importantemente a ustedes, la audiencia. Quiero agradecerles profundamente la sintonía y la confianza que tienen en nosotros y decirles que este show repite de nuevo hoy por la noche a las 9 de la noche, pero de todas formas estaremos de vuelta con ustedes a las 7 de la mañana. Mañana, primero Dios, a la misma hora. Gracias de nuevo. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
I want to say good morning to the doc. Good morning, doc. Hope all is well. Morris says you early this morning. Think I may see you today, but probably we'll see the doc tomorrow. Ellie, send me a text and tell us what channel you view us on in San Ignacio, because some of my friends were asking because they want to tune into the show. So Ellie, please send us a text and tell us the channel that you are viewing us there in San Ignacio in Cayo. We'd like to thank you all once again. Tomorrow, folks, we'll be back. And remember, April 10th, mark that date. It's going to be a historic day for Belize. So we say, what do we say?
Hasta luego, compañeros. Nos vemos. Primero Dios, mañana a la misma hora.
Aruga la mole.
Sugar City Morning Show.